afternoon session, we have to look for time maybe at night, just for 1 hour or even half an hour would do actually to talk to you guys about the content of our class. Okay, so like I've shown earlier, we are going to move into categories, right? So for this topic, this is what we're going to cover in today's lesson. The first one will be in terms of lexical categories. Number 2, grammatical categories, and number 3, personal pronouns. And also we will look at what new words and loan words tell us. Now, when we talk about lexical categories, we're actually talking about 5 different. I think you recognize them as part of speech. We talk about noun, verb, adjective, adverb, as well as preposition. So these are the main lexical categories. And what they do is carry meaning, right? They carry meaning with them. A second, my screen is this. If I'm talking too fast, let me know. Can I just mute one of you? I think there's something wrong with the audio. Okay. Right. Just raise your hands if you want to ask something, right? Or just unmute yourself and ask. Yeah. So what I said just now is that lexical categories, what they do, all these 5 components, the noun, the verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and preposition, they actually what they do is they carry meaning, and these are words that actually have synonyms and antonyms. Most of the time they have synonym and antonyms. Again, because they carry meaning. I think we all know when we talk about nouns, this is something that requires no further introduction actually. I think by right in this semester, everyone would have known what is the meaning or what is the basic definition of all these lexical categories. So for noun, it describes a person, place, or thing. And meanwhile, verb, they talk about event or act. And this is what we talk about having a semantic meaning or semantic definition. But semantic definitions, sometimes they are not sufficient. What we need actually, we need more information. So we need to define these categories. These are what we call as categories. Also syntactically, which means that according to what they are combined with, and also morphologically, according to how words are formed. So when we talk about syntax, we're talking about, let's just have a look. For example, we need to define categories. This is actually syntax. You have subject, you have the verb, and so on and so forth. So when we talk about syntactically, we are talking about what are the elements being combined with. And when we talk about morphologically, we're talking about how it is morphing into other forms, how they are formed, actually, how the words are being formed. So just imagine perhaps the hub, that is morphing into something else. Okay, nouns and verbs, like I said earlier, indicates a person, place, or thing. For example, chair, table, and book. And for verb, it indicates event or action. However, if the distinction between noun and verb were only as simple as 1 and 2, then action, the word action and destruction would be verbs because they imply actions. But if you look at these 2 examples, all right, the actions by the government came too late, or the hurricane caused the destruction of the villages. So you have actions and destruction. Here we said verb. This is the semantic definition of verb. And we said verb indicates event or action. But if the word action and also destruction is an event, verbs, then it doesn't fit in these 2 sentences, right? Because again, we talk about just now, what are the 2 things that we have to look at? We also talk about looking at words at the syntactic level, right? And also the morphological level, right? So A and B here, the actions and hurricane are still seen as nouns, right? Action and hurricane, because the first one is preceded by the article the, and followed by a phrase starting with a preposition by the government, and then can be pluralized with an S, and after
Kalau
that.
Kalau nak bayar yuran kan, dia ni ke? Memang kena guna CIMB juga kan?
Aina, we can hear your conversation.
Boleh je pakai bank lain. Tapi habis tu yang masa mula-mula disuruh daftar CIMB tu, daftar tu, buat tak? Masa mula dia cakap kena baik.
Right. So this is one of the reasons why I don't like having online classes. You might be doing something else, and by the time I give you all the quizzes, you might not be able to answer the quizzes that I'm asking you to do. By the way, we go back to our course outline. So this subject does not have a final exam, which means it's mostly quizzes as well as assignments. It is a good news because then you don't have